assume they have the same delay.
So I think I'm gonna switch back to Discord and just not listen through the video.
Hearing me count and then hearing us all react, and so that's funny.
His laugh is the appropriate one. There's nothing to be said about it. It is what it is.
I mean,
because that was hilarious.
Take up more bandwidth, but audio calling this shouldn't take up a ton. So it's not dropping over 50% of the frames amount of.
Oh, for me, I like all of that. I like all of that pretzels.
Honestly, let's agree. That's the real problem with Southwest. The bags don't open. I mean,
yeah.
That's what we've all said.
I like Dutch pretzels across the board. However, I believe either the Buffalo or the Southwest is my least favorite. I don't know.
The barbecue, I'm not a fan.
I thought it was the cheese curls.
Oh, the cheese curls are delicious, but you have to eat them in one sitting.
Yeah, because otherwise they'll
stale so
if
fast.
you watch someone open the bag, like, oh, there's a tail now.
on a humid day in the summer, yes, that is accurate. I pour it into a bowl. Here's some stale cheese curls.
My brother brought that up and said that they tasted stale without me prompting him at all.
Yeah.
Like,
When
okay,
they're
it's
fresh,
universal.
you open a bag and grab a handful. They are fantastic. On a humid day, though, they're stale in 15 minutes.
And there was that bad bag Adam got of the cinnamon.
The churros.
That first time. I don't know what that was because I had them after and they were great. But that bag, there was something wrong with that bag.
He shook them too much so I could eat all the cinnamon sugar beforehand.
He took a little hole and just like, oh, it's so good.
Moving all the cinnamon sugar out of there.
He used some Milwaukee Tool leaf sucker.
Ooh, yeah. He used that on there for a while, then blew it back into his mouth.
Sandblast of the cinnamon.
That'd be a fun way to paint the walls.
Sugar blasted something.
Why do you have so many ants?
My grandparents were very prolific.
I'm a do-it-yourselfer, damn it.
Damn it. The best part was that wind on my knee.
Safe.
Alright.
Yeah. Good recap.
Oh, we're waiting for Dan, aren't we?
Dan's there.
Oh,
kind
hey,
of.
I don't know if he switched over or not.
He said he was done now.
Could you possibly grab me my ghost from the fridge?
He switched over to Discord.
It's really hard to hear you guys.
That's the problem, is like our audio is being pulled through on both. He's hearing the mic.
On that camera.
Which, I mean, you guys can do this, but I don't know if I'm gonna stay because like it's really hard to hear what's going on.
Hold on.
Justin's gonna fix it.
That's up all the way. I'm out of ideas.
That's up all the way. Right, ideas.
I've tried nothing. I'm all out of
It was one.
Really fine.
Before you go, Dan, why don't you describe for us what your character is doing?
Wait, hold on. I have more ideas. I was just being silly.
Nope, that didn't work. Okay, never mind.
It's using this one, so can I turn up the gain on the hill?
Oh, a tiny bit. Boom! It was not at 100. Is that any better, Dan?
No, just make sure that we're using that exact microphone, because we're using like 700.
That is better.
Went from 90 to 100, so I'd say it's probably about 10% higher.
How about now? Is this better?
Marginally. Somewhat. Not at all.
Just small delays.
So that's worse.
Okay, so back to the C920, but that's not the one I turned the volume up on. So that's pretty impressive.
So glad we're recording all of that.
Gentle lister. Recording is hard.
No, getting other people on the same way, like remote is hard. Recording's easy. This one's also not up all the way.
Oh.
I'm so glad that worked.
You do.
Can you hear us better now?
Or it could be like my terrible teams that randomly
I can hear you.
no longer likes my mic or speakers randomly in the middle of meetings.
Sorry, the one from work or from home, rather.
There's a call that we're on daily where like this woman for no reason will just drop out entirely. Like you should just like whispers.
It's just bad connections. Happens to Jason all the time, too.
Fucking Jason.
Minus something
He's the
else hard
new
to
Beth.
He basically is now.
somebody always has to be the worst.
I didn't say which one. We have two
legitimately
Jasons we work with.
That is legitimately accurate. But someone always has to be the worst.
So if your worst person leaves, you have a new worst person.
That is correct.
When you become the new worst person, there's a problem.
You can't spot the worst person.
It's you.
I'm so happy I can identify a worse person. It's not me.
So on that note, Dave.
So, we started off the day with Murphy deciding to take a look at the tenders in the field. They don't seem to care about him at all. Yeah, pretty much. The team at the windmill take turns on the watch. Legendary and Juniper enjoy a safe sleep in a tiny hut. Josie sees a person appear at the bottom of the hill, much to everyone's surprise. And they appear from the middle of nowhere. Amon and Josie come from one direction. Legendary and Juniper attempt to intercept from another. When we left a few notes out here, but ultimately the Wilderness Scouts, who were the last ones were killed off, was the conversation because we were Wilderness Scouts camping in the wilderness as opposed to any other story. Mateo, the guy that appeared in the field, he has tattoos on one side of his face. Where'd you come from?
Where'd you go?
Went to the trading post to get supplies, and then came back to take the supplies to the school. We need to take a leap of faith off the cliff to get there, and to trust that we get there. Anyone who actually believed that it was going to be fine, lend a marble. However, one of the merciless gentlemen smashed themselves to death.
Red.
Red? Did not write that down.
Lucy said, "Oh fuck," and then
so we land in the hall on the Marble Landing. Looks like there's multiple different ways to get in here. And then off to the one side, there's some massive double doors that go into a huge hall. That is the entry to the Academy of Magic. There's a bookkeeper who has a big purple thing, constantly writing in the books. People adding pages. She's adding more info and interactions of charges. The book seems to affect where they go. Each page comments to a training seminar. Fairchild finds other things that look like her.
Weird ass summary. What happened?
So far, I think all the high points.
Yep, those are points.
When he said high, he means low points.
Let's use Copilot to get on this from now on.
Okay.
Copilot?
oh god,
She's interested in.
I hate Copilot.
Murphy is borderline sexually assaulting people, going to write a book.
Hey now. Hey now.
Non-canoodling.
Said borderline.
Murphy explores the druidcraft and practitioners. Lacey the Lawful and Gabrielle are profound professors of the druidic arts. Is addressing the student body is
This
what
is
we
your
call
story.
Gabrielle,
It's
I
not
don't think
nice.
was a professor.
TA.
Is addressing the student body what are you calling it now?
Tits and ass?
We're gonna figure out what the Wooly Willy system of organization is.
Yeah, did you figure that one out the last 2 weeks?
What was what made what was what it was. It's a great book with a memory card in the middle of it. And then Murphy went to go meet Lucy Lawless. Legendary went to explore what was technology. Didn't have an answer for James or Juniper. And Josie exploring the history of the World Dragon. Is where I left off as last actions.
All right. So, with that, which story arc do we want to pick up? Because we have a lot of them going like this right now. As you guys all just arrived in the academy, saw a whole bunch of stuff, and you're like, explore!
Looking for some TNA.
Looking for TNA. He found Gabriella.
Gabrielle.
Oh, yeah, sorry, my bad.
Don't get it wrong. Oh, Gabriella.
Actually,
Gabriella.
Gabriella, yeah.
Gabrielle.
You actually ended at finding Professor Lawful.
You were waiting outside of her class because she was in the middle of teaching and you didn't want to go in.
I'll be going in.
Is that what we're picking up?
God.
We're picking up on that story. Steers left.
Oh, God. Oh, I'll be going in.
Should hope so.
So we're gonna pick up on that story.
Lazy Lawful. Yeah.
Yep. So you see this professor in her black.
What do you look like?
Her black garb that the typical student body wears, but
Lucy Lawless, but more fantasy. Go for it.
doesn't have a color under it, so it's just black.
Nothing under.
Lucy Lawless.
That's
Lucy Lawless in a Catwoman suit.
Guys, let's play back the recording.
Sure.
Did you say there's nothing under
Lacey
it?
Lawless. It looks like there's nothing under it.
Lawful.
Laceless
Lacey Lawful.
Not lawless, lawful. You want to get sued?
I don't think you can get sued on that.
Give it time.
Okay, I heard so far, black cat suit, nothing under it. Check.
Yep. She has like a red
How does she
braided,
fit in it though?
Talcum powder.
red braided hair as she's opening the door and her back's to you as she's locking up the classroom. It looks like.
That was true for Olivia Munn, right? Still at Taco Butter? I think is what they had to use in order to get her a suit in X-Men. I believe that's true.
Sure.
There's some of those spoof comedy shows that definitely made reference to that.
Okay.
Anyway,
As she's locking the door, you notice that she kind of lifts her head and is like,
Sorry, it's probably chicken entrails. I apologize.
"Oh my gosh, there's
Chicken, sorry.
why is there a tender here? Why are you, who let you into the school?
Have you had problems with tenders in the past?
They work in the fields typically."
I know most of my brethren do.
Wait, and then she pauses again and does another quick sniff and... Are you a druid?
I know us druids have a specific scent. That's what I've gathered over my travels.
Okay, I thought I was the only one that could smell what kind of arcane you use, but that's fine. Neat.
Oh, you're saying this is a you thing. Okay. I was just trying to fit in. I apologize.
Can you smell what arcane I can use?
You're not there, but I could.
But on fair hand, you're there, and we're happy that you are.
You're not here in this story.
And here.
Or here. Every...
So, are we okay with just sniffing each other?
Well, no, not
don't do
it. The arcane that people present typically...
There's a problem with me. This is the part of roleplay that I enjoy the most. And there's just something wrong with me. Anyway, keep going.
If you want these things, talk to your wife about them.
Not your brother.
Go home and spend time with your wife for a sweet imagine.
I already tried doing that once.
Bruce came out as a furry.
No, I said never go home and have sex with
We
your
all
wife.
know that you went and spent time with my wife. It's one of my most
It was
traumatic
only one
memories.
time.
Only one time. Not better.
That you know about.
That's what she said.
Bruce comes home from work, Adam and his wife are coming up from the basement all sweaty.
Okay, so.
That's recorded for all posterity forever.
It's fine. I don't care. It happened.
Why'd you wink?
It wasn't the wink, it was the double wink that really sold
That's
it.
called blinking.
Double wink. Check.
You just blinked.
Yeah, you just ran that red light. No, it's blinking. Oh, you were blinking.
So,
Anyways.
you can tell I'm a druid. That's excellent.
Yeah. So I've never ever seen a tender that actually possessed it.
That's what I was afraid of. Any magic at all. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. So I figured I was unique. I didn't realize I was that unique. And yeah, unique does have gradients, in case anybody was wondering.
I was going to ask, which one's more ridiculous? That there's a tender that's a druid, or that she can smell magic?
She's got a devil fruit that does that. That's what I read.
Have we encountered any other tenders that talk?
There's no tenders that talk.
The smell
not,
fruit?
Not,
Smell fruit.
not super.
I don't
sentient
remember.
enough.
That's why I'm asking.
They don't really.
What a useless ability to
Is that
move
outside the
something
race?
over.
Oh, it's those
Outside the
clever
race
names
that
they
we
have.
have. The tenders that talked.
No, they talk, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tenders
tenders talk. It's just that normally they're not. They definitely aren't magical,
And
Other than their
and they're
name
not
engine.
driven.
think of Mice and Men. They're like the big dude. Why can't I think of his name?
Lenny.
Lenny. They're like Lenny's.
Bunch of Lenny's, got
Tell
it.
me about the rabbits again, George.
All right, so you're a tender that has druid. What brings you to this school? What brings you to the academy?
Well, it's the whole magic of it all, right? I'm trying to find other people like me, and you just confirmed that may not be attainable. So I guess I'll be around people that have magic like me, at least. I heard you did. You do.
I specialize typically in druid training.
So you take young minds and form them into effective magic users. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I mean we typically work in circles.
Is that fun?
Could be.
I thought that's what he's going for.
We typically work in circles to enhance the magic power of each druid that is a member of said circle.
Now I know it's fun. Okay, keep going.
Druids that bond over that entire relationship typically have stronger magic with more inside of that same coven we'll go with.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you have anyone else in your circle that you know of, or
No, my powers are innate, and so.
Well, I've got a class in a couple hours. It's just Druidcraft 101, but it lets us kind of hone in on what kind of skills you have and see if there's any other ones that would kind of mesh with yours. So if you're interested, you definitely
I
could.
would love to spend some time around other people like myself, even if none of them are tenders.
None of them will be tenders, that's for sure.
Okay.
But
Will other people be off put by the fact that I'm a tender?
we're crossing some new territory. I don't even know if the academy's had a tender here before.
Would it help if I turned into something else?
You'd fit in with the druidcraft that's going on. So I mean, no one would
I
question
recommend
that.
owlbear. He'll be the least traumatic.
Okay,
It's definitely not a beast.
That's not a thing that exists in here.
Which is why it'll be the least traumatic.
He could be a bear owl. That makes sense.
Bowl.
Just
Is that like a plucked owl?
a bowel.
It's pronounced bowl.
It's not.
Oh, it's B-O-L-O.
Bowel exterminator.
Or bowl. And they just have a hose.
Just for days.
All right, I have somewhere to be right now, but like I said,
For the record, does bowel get spelled as bowl, but
Yeah.
pronounced bowel?
Yep.
yes.
Damn it.
Their truck just says enemas are us.
4 hours from now, Druidcraft 101,
Be there.
3rd floor. You'll find the hall.
It's a date.
All right. Weird expression. All right, I have to get going.
Today. That's all I'm saying.
And then she does some weird like call as she leaves. Not that.
No. Are you calling Gabriella?
Don't worry about it.
We're getting it.
I know that goes to zero.
She was always behind. I mean, what?
And she makes off out through the actual the pages that you know the door kind of just dissipates back into the other room.
Okay.
What does that wall look like, by the way?
It's
The
a-
wall that goes back.
It's a
through the
big
book.
void. It looks like it should be nothing, but you just walk into it and you dissipate.
So it just looks like one of the
Just a
what
big
are called
swirly
Stargate.
blackness.
Yeah, like a Stargate, like the ripple
That
effect.
ripply-
Oh,
okay.
I thought you
But
were going to
it's-
say it's just a Stargate.
It's a black void. So the wall, as it hits, you kind of see the ripples of people going through it. But
It's like a standing wall of water type deal.
but it's black.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. No, just curious what that wall looked like. If you're walking into a flat wall or what. Like,
Just trust the process.
You said wall of water. One of the many things that's fallen apart at Brookfield Square is they had that water feature outside
Yeah.
JCPenney. It is now broken as they put like a little shrub in front of it. It's like so sad.
That's
It's
been
sad.
like that for years,
I know,
hasn't
it's
it?
so, yeah, it's just so sad.
Just looks dumpy or dumpy every time I see it.
You guys, you made me laugh.
All right, so we'll pivot away from library event. Unless somebody else wants to do it. Who else was? You were researching library stuff.
what was?
The what was that made what was what it is what it was. Yeah.
So done.
My bad. You found the core in the book.
Yep.
You found out that 2,000 some years ago, ish, what was the entire planet, basically.
We were in charge.
Dolphins want to land.
Then 900 years ago, something happened that
Mechanical legs.
caused you guys to become less superior and used as tools more so than anything else.
We became beasts of burden as opposed to.
And now
What about Beast of Balance?
where we are now is you are
It's a good game.
antiques and you are less than optimal.
No, they're just known as the
In the
soulless.
2,000 year ago space, were most of the what was automaton sentient, truly sentient?
From the understanding, this was written by, if you look at the actual writing, it's coded as some sort of indicator of a robot. I mean,
Yeah, it's sort of alphanumeric like
Yeah.
mine. Yeah.
So the writer of this book for the history was some sort of robot. So the automaton had to have some sort of idea and understanding to document this accordingly.
Written by Alphonse Interpretron.
That's the one. That's
But
what
he,
it said.
but he went by his initials.
AI wrote your book.
Wait, the one with Haley Joel Osment?
Where the alien / robots came at the end.
Was that a movie?
Yeah.
Sorry, I haven't
You didn't
seen
see
that.
it. The entire context of the book, though, does, like I said, biggest takeaway is you have lost where you guys were. What was technology fell off. What other concept were you looking for out of the book, other than the power core that you have now? Kind of. It's tethered into the book, but
I was trying to understand kind of
Steal
what
the book.
made the people.
he has a book and it has a power core in it. It's like in the binding.
What the. Basically how they function. How did the technology come about to become what it was? In the space of, like, in today's world, in today's world, the space of the what was technology is ancient and doesn't exist. Clearly, at one point, it was developing and growing and actually evolving. How did that happen?
That is a great question.
But next time.
Documented in several books, and we will get back to that point. So you can find material on what that
Time to
is.
research.
It will take
researching montage.
right. There will be hours of researching. Mind you, you have to go in and out of different pages of the library to find the right books that you're looking for. The one that you're looking at currently is talking about where you guys were to where you are now. It doesn't really talk about the last 900 years per se, but it does talk about the falling out from 2000 till 900 years ago.
Yeah. Before the World Dragon Fall. Yeah.
But it gives you that kind of downward trajectory of what was.
And if they were doing the history and the history reached before the previous cataclysmic event, they'd probably have something. Because if we were kings of the world, it should be able to just
They're
make
around.
sense.
You just have to find the right books now. And like I said, the amount of pages that exist in this catalogs of pages and pages of library is going to be difficult. Unless we get the Willy system.
The Woolly Willy.
No one invented the Dewey Decimal System in this.
It's the Woolly
Willy
Willy.
system.
And now it's on top.
Also be.
Notice this one has a flat top.
All right,
That's not
so
big.
then we're gonna go to Josie, researching. You were in the library as well.
Yep.
You were researching for the World Dragon information. What were you looking for exactly?
Trying to figure out how, if there was any kind of record of how the World Dragon defeated whatever was going, happening to the world.
Okay. Make an investigation check to see if you can glean that information.
Would history be appropriate?
Sure. Two different thresholds, but
Right.
yes, I'll let
I'm
you.
trying to look for the
Yep.
what happened in the past. 13.
With the books that you are finding, there are several about the history and the fall of the World Dragon, and you can find pieces written and documented about what happened. That the World Dragon fought some sort of shadowy specter type thing fell into the Great Tree and destroyed the entire continent that was Terravis and separated to what it is today.
Shadowed it, or the World Dragon fell into it?
Both of them.
Oh, everything fell together.
The two of them fell into whatever battling the thing was happening, and that fell into literally on the center of the World Tree, the Great Tree that bonded everything together, all the different cultures, and made everyone one entity, and collapsed that and separated Terravis into Fallshire and Dragon's Fall. So that is about the information that you can gain from the books that you've read. It does take several hours for finding this information based on your 13 roll. But it sounds like the disappearance occurred when that fall happened and shattered the land. The belief that I think you may have had a history previously on is the giant ridge line that's inside of Dragon's Fall is said to be the world dragon's body. That is like a spine, that is like a skeleton of what the world dragon was. But based on your research you're seeing here, that is not what it actually is. It's just something that people coincided together thinking that that's what it was, but that is not the case.
Rock feature. Got it.
Yeah, the rock feature. It's a Dwayne Johnson feature.
Okay.
All right, Juniper, what are you doing?
So, I know I was playing up that, like, I'm here to teach. Has anybody stopped me?
Nope, Fabius literally with disdain in his voice agreed to saying that you were going to be a professor.
We also established that he knows you're not.
He's well aware that you are not Zidnab. But he is letting it run the course and said one of your compatriots and booked your head because you were in the bag of holding.
Stuff to your shoulders. It was unclear whether you were awake or not because we used you either which way. But we left you in the bag of holding up to your head.
So, with disdain in his voice, looked at the head out of the bag of holding and said, "The new professor is here."
What am I teaching?
Communications.
Your specialties.
Communications in the arcane world is what you're teaching.
The psychics.
The psychics.
The physics of psychics.
So are you still out with Fabius then, or did you go into the library with everyone else? Everyone kind of separated their own ways. Fabius was going to address the student body when everyone else kind of went into the library.
That's a euphemism. Yes. It was in the notes.
I know, I'm well aware.
I saw a hand gesture before. I'd be like, hey, can you show me around the school?
To Fabius?
Yeah.
The school.
Like, where's the teaching lounge at? Like,
I can show you all of the high points of the academy, but I have to make this statement first to. And he gestures like over the railing down towards the lower level that you guys entered at. Mm-hmm. They're gathering for the morning meeting. We have to have this first, and then we will go from there. So once this is done, we can definitely take a tour of the property. Am I right with that?
this is awesome. I just need some zip-up juice.
All right. Oh, God. What's your name?
You know I'm Zipnab.
What's your name?
Ziffy.
And so Fabius, yet again with disdain in his voice, gives a very heartfelt sigh and turns to overlook over the double staircase landing area to the lower platform where it looks like hundreds of kids have gathered, and you don't know if this is a weekly, bi-weekly, whatever. And as you're what's your passive perception? Are you watching for anything in particular when this is happening?
Oh, God. Now you're going to really do it. My passive perception is probably 10 or 11. Am I looking for... I know, obviously, he doesn't trust me. And this is just, like, the students, correct? That he's addressing?
He said he was addressing the student body, as we've made.
Oh, it's a 15.
15 is your passive perception. So with that, are you looking for anything in particular, though?
think we're like under any guise that something's wrong here, right? Like this is just me trying to. We just came here just because, essentially.
Because it was next to a window.
We did want to check in on Verdant, which we figured out she's here and safe.
Okay.
I don't. We haven't actually met
Met with her.
Met
She's
up
here.
with her, but
That
she
says
is here. It's
she's
confirmed
here.
that she's here.
All confirmed.
So I guess I'll be
I
looking
believe our
out.
exclamation points are showing up here shortly.
I think that I'd be keeping an eye out for Verdant then.
Okay.
And just to see if there's anything that catches me off guard in the sense that like it seems out of place or unusual.
I'll let you make whichever check you wish to make. I'll give you insight just to see what you're discerning based on what you're witnessing, or perception/investigation to find Verdant. Those are your two avenues that I'd be leaning towards.
Okay.
Real close if it's not. It looks like it's leaning against it.
The bottom, I think, does, because I think the wallpaper's in.
I was gonna say, like at the top. It's
I'm gonna go with investigating.
Okay, so you're looking for Verdant.
If that's the case, then I'll use one of my flashy geniuses to throw extra at you.
You're also in the library.
No, but it would have been because I did look up Verdant's information beforehand.
Gotcha.
But if he tells me to wave it off anyway, so
Nat 1.
can't save you from that.
All right, so with the sea of students that are down below, your passive perception tells you one thing. You see 6 different types of garb on these individuals. They all wear the same black robe, kind of.
Roy G. Pitt.
What?
Roy G. Pitt.
There's no purple. Got it.
Violet.
I-
There's indigo.
So there's 5 colors, and then there's white.
Okay.
So those are the 6 colors that are accented on the garb. The berets, obviously, all the students are wearing. There's a few people out there that are spattered without berets. You might discern that those might be teachers, or maybe upperclassmen. Some sort of, maybe they're the higher students in the continued learning, or something of that variety. You're not entirely, but you can see that there's 6 different color distinctions currently.
Okay.
Fabius goes into a very, very long speech about how there may be some new individuals at the academy that just joined us recently, and they may be staying here for a while, but welcoming a new professor to teach communications of the arcane world, and welcomes Zifnab to present themselves. And everyone looks up to you, and is that Dan? That'd be my guess. It's Bruce? That makes sense.
What?
Bruce.
That was Bruce.
No, I noticed now.
Turn off my sound.
He
I'm sure this will continue.
make one more perception check.
That was the first one was investigation.
I know, make
Okay.
a perception
Okay.
check.
That's a 15.
15. So as you are looking out into the sea of people that are down below, no one stands out to you as far as Verdant or anyone that you notice or somebody that's kind of
There.
catching your eye
Yeah.
in some way. But Fabius goes into the welcoming speech for all of you, goes into standings of upcoming events, and the things that now are unaware to you, you don't know what these exactly are, is he mentions next week is Rebirth. I don't know where or what it is, but it's a clause that you hear him mention a few times to the first years. And the other one is then going into doing the order tournament that they have. That's coming up next month as well. Other than that, classes obviously are going to continue as normal.
Rebirth
and-
is next week. Order tournament is in a month.
in a month. Other than that, everything's going to continue as normal. Please stay off the clouds. Cloud walkers are on high alert for some reason. Those those are the highlights that are taken away from this entire meeting that you are aware of. I'm going to cycle over to James briefly just to try figuring out where he is at this while this conversation was happening. Did he go into the library? Go exploring somewhere else?
I am wandering around trying to find people who can teach me magic. I have no ability to, but I'm still wandering around.
All right. James sees a...
Can I offer a devil's bargain?
Sure.
No, that's literally a storyline. You can make a devil's bargain of some sort.
Does it smell like
Make
old
a
school?
deal with some sort of devil that's in the basement.
It's Woody.
We'll get there. So, James, let's just kind of walk through how you were going to go explore this academy. You are up on a upper level. It has a fountain in the middle of it. Several doors that you guys dropped off the supplies through, and also Thavius's looks like the headmaster's chamber, maybe one of the rooms. There's a giant mess hall on one side, and then a big old purple entity with multiple heads, multiple arms, tentacles, highlighting some books on the other side. Does any of
I
that draw
talked to
your
the
attention?
purple entity.
Which one?
I talked to the purple entity.
Of course you do. Perfect. That's what I thought would
Yeah.
happen.
What was its name?
Paul.
Hey, all.
As you address Paul, one of the faces on the side, not the one that's writing in the book, looking straight ahead into the book, kind of gives you a side eye and just glares at you. And that's all Paul does.
Stops moving entirely.
I get bored and I move on.
Okay, so now, anything else behind Paul, since you went this direction, is a giant book that has a whole bunch of people walking in and out of it that you've witnessed in the last couple minutes here.
I ask one of the people what's going on.
You see somebody coming out of the book, and they just kind of look at you a little quizzically and say, I just was coming from the library. Who are you? Because they kind of, your garb is horribly off kilter. It's not anything that would be seen around here. And they were confused that you don't understand what the library is at the academy. Like, this is like the thing that it has.
Of course, the library. I was just messing with you.
It's my first day.
Literally. So, the two people that you
walk.
you walk inside?
Yeah, of course.
Perfect. As you walk inside of the center of the binding, you disappear in a big old blue flash, and you appear into a roughly a 3-story catacomb of books, and one wall is lined with rooms. So there's books everywhere, 3 stories high, and then the one wall off to your right as you came in has multiple rooms on each floor. It looks like that might be the classrooms or something like that.
I am going to use this library space to investigate the Shadowmancer.
Perfect.
I need to get more reason.
Shadowmancer. Go ahead and give me an history investigation. Either of those would work. Or
I'll do investigation, or I could
Okay.
do history. They're the same. I rolled a 13, but I am skilled in it, so it's actually a 17.
17. It takes you a while as you are unsure of how the system works, understanding how this library works. You're trying to kind of get your feet wet here. And you realize that all of the books here.
No, it's not a good idea to get your feet wet in a library.
Yeah, it's a great idea. There's little kiddie pools, touch electrical wires. It's great. You realize that all the books in this chamber all start with the same letter. Every book in here. So in testing this entire process, you leave back through the wall that you came through, and you witness that you're at a different page in the book, and you walk back in and find out that the library is all about each page that you enter is really a a letter system inside of there. So you try.
I go to the
Yeah, go and look for Shadowmancer in some regard, right?
Yep.
Bruce, we need a Wooly Willy picture for Shadowmancer.
So after a little bit of figuring this all out and looking around, you do find a book on the Shadowmancer.
It's under the nautical section.
It's mentioned how the original Shadowmancer captain went down with his ship in a epic battle on the seas. And it was filled with riches, it was filled with treasures, it was filled with all sorts of commodities that people would be definitely seeking. But somehow in that, the captain was removed from the vessel at the same time as it going under, and the captain has always wanting to get back to his ship.
So I need to find the original captain.
Some
Good.
sort of curse, some sort of something happened to it, which is why it's now ghostly. But yes, the original captain returning to his ship is what is alluded to as far as the solution to the Shadowmancer tale. Do you wish to keep looking, or are you happy with those several hours spent there?
It's good. I'm gonna go ask Paul if he has any idea who the original Shadowmancer captain was, and then when he doesn't answer, I'll just start.
But can you tell me?
You read it. You go back out. You take the book out to Paul, and Paul is sitting there with one hand passing a book to the person in front to write down something because somebody just left the library with a book. It looks like that's all documented as soon as a book leaves the library, that it gets tracked. And you say what to Paul then?
I say, hey Paul, I'm looking for the captain of the original Shadowmancer. Do you know what book I should look for?
With what would appear to be, you can almost hear an audible sigh without any actual audible noise coming from Paul. You could like imagine what it would sound like, a sigh coming from this creature. And on a tiny little piece of paper, something gets written down, and it's just the name of a book. And Paul passes it to you, and just the tentacle kind of like pushes you back away from the desk, and like, leave me alone.
I go look for the name of that book. Good. That's
Perfect.
exactly what I wanted.
So we'll pick back up on that story arc, because now we have everyone spending multiple hours other than Zifnab, or Juniper. Juniper was still with Thavius. You were researching, you were waiting for the class.
For sexy time.
That's not what it's called.
Is that another class I'm teaching?
What?
Is that another class I'm teaching?
Sexy time.
You saw this, didn't you?
Yes.
So Thavius, after having the entire spiel going on, and turns back to you, and then yet again sees you and goes, "Oh, right, you're still here. All right, Zifnab, let's go do a tour."
Please.
All right. So up here on the first floor, like the landing that they're currently on, mentions Paul. Don't talk to Paul.
Okay.
Paul doesn't like being talked to. Paul literally has a question, like a one question kind of maximum. They'll answer something, then leave him alone. Book, have you been in the library at all? Have you seen this?
Nope.
Library. Everything's done through letters by each page. So if you need something, find the page that has the matching letters. Enter into the binding of the book. You'll go into the library in there, find it in there. Good luck.
From there, you know the system.
Right. There's nothing.
It's obviously the Wooly Willy system, right?
You've heard. Good.
I mean,
So
that's the only thing that libraries have ever used.
Yeah, I don't need to teach any more then. Perfect. Moving on. You were looking for the teacher lounge?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I need some zip up.
I don't know what that means, but
Diabetes.
looking at the
I'm pretty sure it's insulin.
insulin.
No, but zip up is just coffee. But it can't be coffee. It's got to be something more.
There's
I
three
think that's just for closers.
there's three doors along the one wall. So Paul was to the right. Straight ahead was 3 doors. The middle one was
3
Thavius.
doors down.
3 doors across. Sorry.
Okay.
The middle one was Thavius's chambers. The left one was that storage room that went to like a larder kitchen area.
Okay.
The right one hasn't really been addressed yet, but there's a 4th door that he says this one, and he kind of gestures.
Wait, but you skipped this door though.
We'll get to it. This door, and he kind of gestures to a outline that you don't really see at first, but as soon as he indicates to you,
Only if you require the room alone open.
this is the teacher's lounge, and only teachers can see it.
Need.
So there's
Dough in there?
you now, after he points this door out to you, see 4 doors down.
4 doors. No, 4 doors across.
Oh yeah, right. Sorry, 4 doors across.
Right there says diagonally.
And the 4th door is the one that lets you into it for the teacher's facility.
So what's that other door you skipped over though?
That is a testing. It's a private testing chambers. High-end combats, high-end arcane testings. It's all very private, multiple teachers. It's an ordeal in there. So
You also mentioned Rebirth a bunch. I know what it is, obviously, but could you just tell my bird here, so like they know what it is?
make any sort of check to talk
I
to a
assume
bird.
charisma based.
I don't even care.
Acrobatics.
Surprise bird!
I mean, the mental acrobatics going on here.
So my bird.
A check.
Just channel your deep blue sea. Covered how to talk to a bird in that. Did they? Oh yeah. Big part of it is all cool.
22 on my deception check.
I have to talk to your bird because you understand what this is.
But the bird doesn't.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's walk and talk.
That's not deceptive. The bird doesn't.
But I said I do. That's the deception.
There's the deception.
There it is.
He'll explain it to you in a matter of moments here as you guys are walking through this. Over to the left here of this entire floor is our entire. It's the grand hall. This is where we meet for any sort of dinners, events, gatherings. There's people that just hang out here. Sometimes it's just for study hall type periods. But as you can see, there's 5 groupings of tables, 5 orders. Makes sense typically.
But we sit at the 6th table though, right?
The teachers?
Mm-hmm.
No, the teachers typically are bound to some sort of house.
Okay. So which house am I bound to?
We will find out.
How do we get sorted?
Nope.
You don't get sorted.
You're reborn into your house.
You're not there.
Sorry.
It's called the shuffle.
You're reborn into your house.
Board? We can all agree.
Making the way down the stairs, then up ahead, he starts mentioning how after a complete semester of being at the school, there's a trimester type system here, 3 different periods of time. After the first one, the first years get assigned to an order based on their experiences, their practices, their interests, their
The morning
hobbies.
sickness goes away, yeah.
Yes, after the first trimester. The rebirth is being born into your house. So after that, you're a first year of whatever house it is. First years stop being just first years. They're born again into whatever their order would be. And goes over all the orders with you as you aren't familiar with them as far as my understanding.
The bird isn't.
Oh, my bad.
Here's the real thing. So we're in the bird.
So down the first stairs, then down onto the main entry level of the entire building. Right away, there were bathrooms and a few other private chambers right off the main hallway. But as you head down the corridor to your right, you see statues that have plaques right underneath them that are identified as different wizards and different sorcerers and different warlocks and different bards and different everything that you would imagine that have any sort of arcane skills. You don't really know many of these names. You don't. Zifnab would, but you are unaware of what these names are. Make a history check. Or insight. I could argue an insight check.
Both intelligence based, I believed. Right?
With
For insight.
Oh, is it right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Investigation is the intelligence one.
Yes.
15 for history.
History.
Check.
Based off of walking down the hallway, you catch the name Meyerwood on one of the placards.
Yep. Yeah, Mike Meyerwood.
No, definitely not him.
No, but I guess, you know.
Huh?
That.
It rings that bell.
Yeah.
As far as where Meyerwood has been heard from in the past, you're like, that name sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Down this hallway, there ends up being a 3-part path that kind of breaks off, and there's 3 wings that kind of branch off down this way, and they each are color coordinated with one of the orders that previously were mentioned.
You found 3 of the dormitories.
Going down the other way mentions about the same thing. 3 more of them, one of them being completely bland, no colors to it or anything. That's where you're assuming the first years all stay until they get reborn.
Context clues.
Freshman wing.
That's what the young ones are.
2 wings, 3 groups. 3 groups.
Aren't there 6 houses?
There's 5.
Okay.
Because the unreborn ones don't get houses. Sons of bitches.
The unreborn.
All right, so you've seen most of the school. Obviously, there's going to be more ins and outs that you'll find as you traverse around the grounds here. But do you have any other questions for me other than...
So when do I get placed into a house for me to, keep the peace?
What
What do you think you are in charge of? I'm so
children.
confused. What? Right.
Am I not in charge of the children?
You are teaching a class. You have 1 class.
That's it.
That's all you have.
Well, I'm part of the house though.
During the rebirth, we'll see what happens.
Well, so I also have to wait.
Yes. We'll see
said indignantly.
if you are reborn into an order or not. I cannot promise anything. It is not up to me. This is a process. You've been here for a couple hours.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. When you get to be as old as I am, it takes a little bit.
Old and
longer.
crotchety.
I'm not crotchety. Just sometimes things take a little longer.
I'm not crotchety.
So
Last time.
during this discussion, you can tell that he almost like deadpan stares at you, and then all of a sudden his eyes go blank, and then his body gets all phasey, and he disappears.
He's just Irish goodbye.
Previously, as they were here, you weren't last time. If Thavius is needed somewhere, they kind of mention his name 3 times, and he appears like Beetlejuice. So there's a chance that somebody
Summoned him.
So I can do this. I'm not going to.
Needed is a key part here.
Where's the bathrooms? I need
I
him.
actually told you where those were.
That's technically correct.
But I also said that I'm crotchety and old.
You just said you're not
my
crotchety.
fault.
No, not crotchety, but old. I need him. Where's the bathroom? Where's my bedroom? There we go. He didn't tell me where that is.
That's true, he did not. You'll get back to that eventually.
If you're still alive at that point.
So, several hours have gone by. Everyone's gone to different spots. The only thing that we have kind of as a timeline still is you meeting up for Druidcraft 101 is the only thing that really has been assigned. Your class starts tomorrow, so you don't have anything right now.
Where's my classroom?
Classroom is going to be under communications in the arcane world, so you if you go to C, and you'll be able to find 101 on the wall.
Gotcha.
You
Yeah.
are at Druidcraft,
I spelled
Yep.
confusion with the trade.
and you find Druidcraft 101.
Incredibly tantalizing.
Yep, it's the first room on the first floor, so pretty straightforward because it's 101.
First hour of the afternoon, and the first day of the month.
Yep, that's where we're at. You did it.
First
Day.
Flu's Day of the month. Thank
Lousy
you.
March weather.
as you get there, are you arriving early, late, on time?
I'm gonna go with casually late. You know, like a cool guy would do.
Sure. Are you arriving as a tender? Are you druid crafting or druid?
You know what? I'll be early as a fly.
Okay. You arrive early, and Lacey Waffle is already in the classroom, prepping some different. You notice several different sigils and ruins and stuff that you've seen through some of the druid stuff that you have witnessed, mostly from like Sharhara and other research you've done previously. And as you enter the room, even with your stealthy performance, make a stealth check. With a fly, I would give you, I don't know what your base one is, but I'd give you a +3 from the fly due to the size with advantage because of size.
That's what I like to hear. I like to hear size.
That's, okay.
I like them big.
Good gosh. It's not even subtle.
Size king or size queen?
Can do both.
Like a brick to the face.
Twice.
I like my women like I like my coffee. Full of booze.
Ooh, it only natural 20.
Oh, nice. So that puts you to what?
Whatever you said, I bonus
13.
+3 for the fly.
Yeah, 23.
23. As you enter the room, you are not noticed by Lacey at all. She's still continuing to set out different
His
things.
scent doesn't give him away.
That's the natural 20. Did not. Otherwise, if it wasn't a natural 20.
The natural 20 determined I was downwind.
Classroom. Keep going. She doesn't notice that you're there. Students start trickling in shortly after you get there. You thought you were going to be really early, but you actually...
Oh, kind of bad time.
Yeah. And they start going over the entire understanding of druidcraft. So it seems like a very
I wait
basic...
for an opportune time where she's talking about a spell that is, that I have, that I'm able to
It's
use.
very common that she kind of breaks down the basic orders, or the basic circles of druids, and kind of goes through some of the different specialties that they have and what they're known for, and talks about what their special skills would be. So you're waiting for her to start mentioning something of
Yep, that would have and could use.
circle
Could
of
be.
your circle of which
Circle of the moon.
Circle of the Moon. That's what I thought. Okay. So as she starts talking about Circle of the Moon and the specialties that go into it, being able to cast spells while shapeshifting.
I do like the idea of good berries for everybody.
From a fly.
Exactly. That'd be so funny. Good berries for all.
They disappear.
You get a good period. You get
Exactly.
And I'll preach you yours.
So she starts talking about your circle.
Yep.
What do you do?
So I wait for her. I imagine she'll mention moon step.
The specialty, any of your actual signature spells that you
As
have?
soon as she mentions that, I moon step across the room, which would be visible, because I'd be.
Because the actual what does
Yeah.
it look like? What a fly casting moon stuff would look like?
Pretty sweet. We can all agree on that.
tiny comic goes streaking across the classroom.
Streaking was the important part.
Clearly, believe me.
Part of my aside, but shouldn't those be connected?
I'm not done yet.
That's why it's for the air conditioning. He doesn't need it now.
Thank you. That is correct.
That's kind of what I thought.
I'm not completely stupid.
No, it doesn't describe what it is. It's called moonlight step.
Sure. So you just.
I assume there's some sort of flash of moonlight.
I would agree. So there's a bright flash of white light, we'll call it, as your
I just kind of
fly
moonlight.
goes-
I moonstep like to right next to her.
like onto her.
No,
Is there
not right on. No, not to like startle her or anything. But, like right next to her, just like over her shoulders, so everybody can clearly see if they're paying attention to her.
So the bright white flash appears kind of over her shoulder, and people kind of are startled by it for a second. And Lacey does her call as almost startled. It's just. I'm assuming this is the tender that I met earlier today. I'm assuming based on the presence that they have, but if you want to show yourself to the class, it would be much appreciated. I'm sure they would enjoy hearing it from a druid themselves.
Yes, I reappear as my tender form. I go, Murphy Crane, Esquire, at your service.
Make an intimidation check, mostly because the people here. Yeah, like that.
That's the one. That's stuff.
God damn it.
Intimidation.
I just want to see what you're
Almost another natural 20. That is a 15.
15.
We referenced it 10 times.
There's like one or two kids in the front row of the class that basically are startled just by seeing a tender period.
Yep.
One of them definitely is like horrified by knowing what a tender does. You may have.
I make eye contact with that one as I scan the room quickly, and I pull out a chicklet and I go,
As where's my? I don't have my.
That's the Willy Willy system.
I believe it's on purpose.
Ooh! The person that you just made eye contact with and pulled a chiclet out of wherever. We don't know where that pocket came from. Didn't have an aneurysm, but they, you see them catching
Fire.
vomit in their mouth.
Nice.
As they're sitting there looking at you, they know what a tender is. You can see their reaction by knowing, like, this tender is going to do horrific things. And they see the chiclet as you're about to.
I can tell all of you are startled. I put the chicklet away. I have something that'll settle on your stomachs. I walk around and
As you're doing that, Lacey sees that you're casting Goodberry and starts explaining exactly what it is. And says, very common thing that druids like doing is presenting people with good berries for sustenance. Eat it. You'll be very pleasantly surprised by the taste and full all day.
it's just it's better taste. I think I got to whoever the closest student is. Wink.
Did you just say wink?
And then I say wink hard.
If you could introduce yourself to the druids that are studying here, just let them know who you are and what brings you to the academy. That would be greatly appreciated.
Yes, I've traveled from some distance, and I'm looking for others like me, which apparently is not attainable. So I decided to spend some time with people that at least have an affinity for magic as I do, as apparently you all possibly do. So I think in my travels I've learned several things, including the ability to do this. And I turn into a big spider, a big one, a dice spider that I turn into that way. And I claw up the wall.
Fairly large spider, takes up a larger majority of the room than you expect. Or like,
I wasn't thinking about how small the room was. Yeah, exactly. So I kind of crammed into the corner of the room. But yeah, I wasn't prepared for
You squeeze
knocking
all
over
the kids out of the room.
I knocked over a mannequin of Sasquatch or something.
Lacey is impressed with your quick reactions and your ability to so like naturally cast everything here. All right, class, we're going to separate out into a few groups. Some individuals are able to talk to me about different circles. If you're interested in the circle of the moon, you could talk to Murphy, I believe is what you said your name was, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Murphy here about the Circle of the Moon, if you have any questions about that one. It's almost 50-50 in this class. There's 24 kids, so a dozen kids rush to the spider, to talk to the spider. And Lacey's almost taken aback, not used to somebody else getting as much attention on this druid craft that, unlike she normally would. Yeah, you have like half the class's attention on. What would you like to talk to them about briefly?
Okay, we go to a montage of me giving them all of the great advice. I say, remember, if you're going to encase someone in stone slabs, you have to leave at least a little bit of an air hole. And the good berries are a sweet move because they will disappear, but only after you're long gone. So that's the good way to go with it. If you're going to cast Ring of Fire, remember, the person can still get through that fire. So you want to make it double walled. That way you have to get through 2 walls of fire. That's the real way to go on this. If you're going to turn into an aquatic creature, make sure you're actually in an aquatic area. Otherwise, it won't be of very much use, just so you know. Remember, you can't fly until you attain a little higher level of skill. If you turn into a creature that can fly, you're not going to be able to actually fly. It's an important note. You guys will take this down.
I was going to say, make a persuasion check, followed by a perception. Well, your passive perception will suffice.
Yeah, we're through right now.
As you already started. So.
Oh man, I'm rolling like a champ. 20 with the Biocrub, 21.
You catch 2 students in particular, hanging on every word that you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else is listening.
I scan for someone who rushed over but is somehow disinterested. Because I imagine there's one of those students that realize they don't actually care.
Like I said, there's 12 there. 2 of them are genuinely super interested.
I've got them. I don't need to worry about them. Yep.
One of them of note you thought it was the second one over. They came over in haste, and now as
they haven't said thoughts.
They just.
I make eye contact with this individual very closely. I say, I know what you're thinking. This guy either doesn't know what he's talking about, or he's not what I thought he was. I'm not interested anymore. But I'll tell you, you have no idea what's out there. You have no idea what you're about to encounter. When you go out in the real world, and you're thinking, I know it all. I have nothing to learn from this guy. But instead, there's so much you.
Are you trying to intimidate?
Are
you trying to persuade?
No, I'm trying to just simply get their attention. And
It's
so.
more of a Joe Biden.
And so then I was. I think the funniest thing. Oh, I know that. Man, I actually heard them.
Mind spike. Moonbeam. Kill the class.
I was thinking Gash. And then.
Shadow word death.
Power word death.
That's, power word. You're right. Yeah.
No. Let's go with. Gash should be really mean.
Deck of many things. You bust out a deck of many things.
Like a card, any card.
Yes. Magic.
I'm really gonna enjoy these.
No, we'll just do a conjure animals.
Here, eat this magic bean.
Oh, that's a 7th level spell. No, we won't do that. Oh, never mind. I guess it's a lower level.
Do you
spell.
thaumaturgy or something like that?
Oh, you say it's like minimal? I don't need to do any garbage like that. Yeah, I do.
Garbage like that.
Well, I want to actually impress them. Fairy Fire. That's good. Fairy Fire. That's actually perfect. Because Fairy Fire doesn't really.
It's not damaging.
It's a save.
Each creature in this cube is also outlined. Yep.
Yeah, they get lit up.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Can't turn invisible.
That's only a 1st level spell, though. They probably are. If they have any magic, they know what that is.
Does Fairy Fire have a higher level cast? For like a bigger area or something?
No, it actually
Just
doesn't.
move it in the classroom. Just do it.
No, you know what? That's fun. I'll probably have more fun on it.
The one you're talking to, or
No.
Paying attention.
One of the ones that's super excited because I won't lose them because they'll be just like, yay!
what's their save? What's it?
It's a what is it? Con save?
Not higher than what you.
Yeah, it's it's Wisdom 18.
Yeah, they rolled a 15.
Okay.
So when you polymorph one of the people that they're sitting there taking down notes, they're hanging on every word that you're saying.
Yep.
Bated breath, just waiting for the next thing to be dropped.
Yep.
And they're like just staring at you.
Turn them into Chicklin.
Turn them into one of the vegetables.
And if you don't know what might happen, maybe you could be transformed into something else, and maybe you could be eaten. Slowly pull the Chicklin towards my mouth.
What do you just
I will slowly open my mouth.
Oh, they fell through the intimidation.
Chicken shit itself.
Yes.
And it does enough damage.
Yes.
It does enough damage
In
to turn
this
it back into.
Chicklins, as we know,
You like the shit.
produce eggs of different types of material that they ate recently. So this polymorph chicklin produces some sort of egg.
That's my
food
favorite.
out of
That's my favorite part of the world building is that the shells of their eggs take on the
properties of what they eat.
Yeah, what do you have for breakfast?
Right, exactly. What did he have for breakfast?
Eggs.
Bagels and eggs? Some
Yeah,
sort
come
of
on.
grain
It's a
and...
bagel egg.
Wait, what was the fruit we just came up with? I can't think of the name of it.
Scarios.
Scarios, I like that for a cereal.
It's something like that.
It was like scary fruit or something like that.
No, the fruit was the...
Scary berries.
Scary berries.
Scary berries.
Scary berry.
Berry.
Like Scarios.
Scarios now with scary
No,
berries.
yeah, no, Scarios has the scary berries in it. That's why they call it
There you
Scarios.
go.
So this egg that this chicklet just produces all of a sudden has this mixture of grain and scary berries and everything kind of formed into it. It's 100% organic. The egg itself, like you could just eat this egg again.
To really sell it, he shoves the egg down the chicken's throat.
Circle of life.
So in the grand scheme here, 3 of the individuals here definitely are interested in knowing / talking or have some
So
sort of...
I turn that student back into a student and say, so, if anybody wants some one-on-one time with me, happy to do so after class.
So
Out of a wink.
Talking to you.
So they 3 students are the ones that you actually, if you want to like document somewhere that you have 3 cohort type students that are
3
interested.
hangers on, gotcha.
3 red shirts.
3 followers.
Acolytes, if you will.
And Lacey is definitely intrigued with your mannerisms, your presentation, your everything. So she is on board with talking
I
to
played
you
off
further.
being too cool for her.
She
So.
fancies you.
No, she is. Gabriella, but that's okay.
All right, so that's that one. We're gonna double back over to Legendary. Your what was research. Going through archives, going through everything like this. The starting books that you're finding talk about this is how it has been. You don't get to go back to a starting point further than what was technology was here, and it was popular, and it was very created for purposes. Everything that was present in the entire world of we never came up with the world that was before the last cataclysmic event that led to Terravis. So whatever this world is, I don't know what it is. That's how it has
The land
been.
before time.
Yeah.
The Great Valley.
The Great Valley.
So the Great Valley had what was technology. It had high rises of mechanical understanding beyond anything that is documented currently that you're aware of. So how did it fall? Back to the cataclysmic event of some sort 1,800 years ago. And that is about as much information that keeps coming out of these. You're looking at book after book
Yeah.
after book of
Well,
this.
part of the understanding it is, I'll say, multifold of me trying to understand how to, I'll say, start building new tech. Because right now all I've been able to do is repair, use, and like ingest technology. But to make new stuff seems to be a little bit of a reach, especially since I'm trying to figure out how to, I'll say, start powering up
We'll give you
Upcoming
one attempt here at gleaning the information here. Make a history check to see if you can glean a reference point.
15 becomes 20.
You get an understanding that what was technology that has been found over the last several decades has been accumulated in a place of study at the steel wall, the heights, the original place that we developed for the steel wall.
Yep, yeah, the
Towers.
The 2 towers on the opposite sides of the river. I don't remember what the name of that one was called. Iron Heights is what I'm thinking to myself, but I don't know if that's right.
No.
One was Isengard.
No, I think it was just the
Steel wall. But I mean, the steel wall was
Steel Wall was your
no,
organization.
this organization.
Did we actually name the tower itself? I don't know if we did.
Yeah, we did.
Pretty sure we did. Because it was a major point. that we avoided. Thank you. I missed that one.
But either way,
That's our notes.
Nope, not here.
the last several decades, you see some sort of documentation that material and research of what was has congregated and made its way there to that point. Like the steel walls protecting what was technology. And you understand that very well because of Bill back at the High Council.
Yep.
He's a steel wall member.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely guarded you with high concern and protection. So you understand this coming from.
Can't wait to get one of their suits of super steel wall armor.
But that's, like I said, that's going to take you basically the rest of the day. This is what you came up with. Josie, World Dragon information. You're still researching. You're still trying to figure out what exactly happened, or is there anything else that you're trying to glean from books?
Well, if I hit that pretty much end point with what I was researching before,
Is there anything else that's
then I would be switching gears and trying to do some research on dragons themselves and understanding the difference between dragons and drakes and what am I seeing,
Sure,
because
sure,
this is
sure.
all new to see more of that.
Yeah, Fairchild. You saw Fairchild with
Right.
a few of the other drakes, and they mentioned drakes and dragons separately, with Thavius having a brief conversation before.
Right.
Hotline bling.
So I'm trying to look up the like something that would have
This
like
is
a natural history kind of thing, to explain the physiology differences, etc.
Based off, do a nature check or animal handling. Animal handling would be a lower threshold just because there's more studies on it, but otherwise nature.
21.
21. You find very, very thorough, detailed information on the difference between drakes and dragons. Dragons have not appeared since Justonia became Justonia. Dragons have not been referenced, they have not been around, they have not been present. Drakes, on the other hand, have been still present back in Terravis and in Justonia. Drakes ended up being about 4 to 5 feet at best in size, whereas dragons, as made reference before by the World Dragon, being the largest one, being 50, 60, 70 feet, as far as documentation's a little vague on what the actual size of the World Dragon was, but larger and larger in different stories, and other times said as big as a castle. Dragons are big.
Got it.
Dragons can grow to that size. They look very similar to drakes originally, 3, 4, 5 feet, but continue growing their entire life.
When the world dragon fell, did a whole bunch of other dragons immediately die too?
They disappeared.
Immediately, or started dwindling?
Based on the history, they were not present anymore. So it's not like the same moment, but there's a chance they fled, they left, they went to some sort of retreat of some sort. They're hanging out.
Sleeping under the Earth's surface?
Correct.
And then they'll
Direct
eventually wake
evidence
up
on
to...
Wait, they're just waiting for a couple of really bad actors to,
They're actually good
move.
actors. Terrible script.
I don't like Matthew McConaughey.
Uh,
Yeah.
Does it
Alright,
say anything
alright,
about
Not helping your point.
their affinity for
I'm making my
elements?
point.
Drakes versus dragons kind of
Yes,
thing?
so with a 21, I'll give you that piece of information as well.
Last was the same age.
Drakes are
It is him, isn't it?
Yeah.
known to be very loosely tied to elements, so they might be able to have a glimmer of flame, like they'll get the spark, they'll have something like that, whereas dragons were able to breathe fire.
Okay.
It was a lot more, had the affinity was a lot more in depth.
Or acid, or...
Correct, yeah. A drake might have a corrosive bite, whereas dragons would be able to spit acid.
Okay.
That's the separation that I'm kind of trying to create here. But the findings that you're finding, every drake and or dragon is bound to an element.
Okay.
So that's your entire findings. James, going back to the Shadowmancer, You were looking for the original captain, right?
Yep.
Just children.
I've got the name of the book from Paul. So
Yes, you have the
It's
name of the
ideal.
book,
People.
and it talks
That's
about
how he made people.
dread pirates is basically the entire category that you're looking at.
Nice.
And the captain's original name was, what is it now? I can't remember now, based off
That's a
of.
weird name.
Oh, it wasn't that weird.
it was Dread Pirate Robert.
Yeah, it was based off Dread Pirate Robert. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Dread Pirate X.
Yeah, the axe. Right.
The axe.
Right.
And making mention of this in this entire book, his removal from the ship, which is documented in the book that you find here, his removal of the ship, he was like expunged. He was literally like removed. He was disintegrated. He evaporated from history in a moment. We don't know exactly, or it's very unclear of what happened.
Should I aim for that?
The only thing that was left as far as a piece of him or remnants of him is
Dust.
blood.
The blood compass.
Ah, shit. I got a blood compass.
So,
Full of Mr. Axe.
the understanding.
Fine.
Go ahead and make an intellect or intelligence check to see if you can even piece that together by yourself.
There. Just
Yeah.
straight intelligence.
Just an intelligence check, whatever your intelligence modifier is.
I got an 11.
Okay. You do piece together hearing blood and knowing that the compass points in the direction of the Shadowmancer. You do piece together that this blood might be the Dread Pirate Roberts.
Boom.
This is great. I've got all the things I need.
That is as far as James is able to discern from the information gathered.
It took him hours to get that one piece of information.
He's convinced. He's all set.
Like he has his own montage where he's like using like test tubes and stuff, and
So
A frozen thing of orange juice, and you just couldn't stop focusing on
the
it.
three of you, James, Legendary, and Josie, have been wandering through the library pages, going through different sectors this entire time. You were in a class. You were wandering the halls.
he's trying to figure out where the
Got
bathroom
into
is.
the teacher lounge.
You walked past it a few times.
And my room, both of those things. And then after I'm guessing like an hour of walking around, I don't know how to summon him appropriately, so I go in the woman's bathroom.
So you found the woman's bathroom. Okay, good.
Yeah, I found the woman's bathroom. I look in the mirror, and like, cause like I assume it's like like all the other urban legends. You have to look in the mirror and do it 3 times.
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
Stavius.
We will get back to how that plays out in 1 second. The three of you, James, Legendary, and Josie, I need you all to make perception checks.
That's where I'm a Viking. 11.
25.
A 6.
Okay. Josie, during your travels through all of these different parts of the library, you've
You developed ass cancer. I said you've developed ass cancer.
you've
That's
noticed
so right.
Okay.
you've noticed there's a few students that seem to congregate together. It looks like there's some clubs that are in each of these library sectors. As you page into each page, it looks like there's groups of kids that do stuff on a regular basis. They bond. They look like they're a club. You know? So you notice them.
Like a billy club.
Sure. You notice that in each of these sectors, there are also areas that look like they're off limits. You find sections of each page of the library that say no students allowed, and they're barred, they're gated, they are very much a secluded area. So there, it looks like yeah, it's all only red lights back there. Those are the two takeaways that you get passively. As you're going through all these, it's very common, groups of kids together doing some sort of club activities. Some of it's just practicing magic, some of it is random games. So every area has different things meeting there. But every area does also have a sector, and it looks like it's almost uniform where that sector is in each page of the library.
Okay.
So, you, in the women's bathroom, saying Fabius 3 times, and you are unsure if this is going to do anything.
Yep.
You're staring blankly into the mirror and saying Fabius, and then the lights go out. It's pitch black in here.
No, they die.
Move on, that's its motion sensor.
How do you react to a pitch black women's room now?
Well, that's not normal, right?
And you hear, as you call that out, a very ordinary sound kind of coming from, echoing into the entire chamber here. You've summoned who?
Fabius?
Oh, all right. He turns the lights back on. What do you need?
Where's my room? Like.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that might have been useful.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry you're busy. I get it. By the way, do I have to look into the big mirror in order to summon you?
Yes.
Pay no heed to the fact that you showed up randomly.
I don't have to make anything. He wants to make an insight check. That's up to him.
I meant you, Adam.
I got an 18.
Okay, I did not. I got a 14. You don't have to look in the mirror. Just say my name if you actually need me. I typically arrive. I forgot to tell you about your place of residency during your stay here. You and your compatriots, and he kind of gestures back into the main hallway. Either wing, if you walk down the hall and look to the left, and he gestures back to like the entrance way that you guys came in, you'll notice the path that will take you up to a upper storage area basically, but it's for extra guests. It's a place where the teachers stay or people that are traveling through. But there's two stairs that kind of wind together and arrive above your landing platform, the spot that you guys came in through from falling down the cliffside. It's up there. But it only appears yet again because I told you about it. So now as you walk down either corridor off the main path, you'll see these extra stairs that weren't there before. You'll have to pass it on to your compatriots, obviously, but or not. I mean,
If I see them, I've been wandering for hours and I haven't seen them. So
that's they've been all hanging out in the library. You're just like, where is everyone?
this place looks cool though.
Oh, thank you. We spend a lot of time decorating everything properly for memorabilia.
Is there like flying books that I should be like pulling towards me, or like?
Why? What do you expect books to be from? What? Where do you get your information from?
This wonderful TV.
Who are you?
Haven't you heard of the play?
Don't do it.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, Perry Hotter.
I hate everyone. All right.
It's a story about.
Can't say I would have been
Harry's House of Pay.
Can't say I wasn't doing my job if I didn't ask.
It's a story about the young girl who's just like a normal girl, like nothing ever happens to her at all. That's the entire plot.
Which Perry?
But then she puts on a hat, and then suddenly she's a super spy.
Gotcha. Is there what? Can I ask you and your compatriots to do one other thing while you're here?
Absolutely.
Awesome. We've been having instances of some students going missing. I'm not exactly sure why. They appear later, back in their hometowns, completely unaware of what's happening here in the Arcane Academy.
Is that like my friend? Can't think of their name.
Samuel?
No.
Dolvix.
No, the one that's missing.
Verdant.
Verdant.
Verdant's a very talented student currently here. She isn't.
But is she one of the ones that went missing? Okay.
I think I saw her this morning actually doing the address this morning.
Oh, I did not see her. I was looking.
Either way, these students go missing, and then a couple days later, Paul documents that they are crossed off on our registry and have no recollection of being skilled or gifted. We're unsure of what's happening exactly, but you guys could look into it while you're on the grounds. Obviously, you have to teach, but
Okay, see, like I'm willing to help, but like you gotta trust in my ability. Like,
I have to trust in the ability of the person lying to me about who they are. That's perfect. That makes perfect sense. You're great with communication. I love this. It's gonna be great. The students will tell me all the information.
what makes you think I'm lying to you?
You're not Zifnab. Oh, I'm a real boy.
Not yet.
Proof my desire. Zifnab and I go way back. I know Zifnab.
And you, sir,
You're
are not
Zifnab.
You, sir, are no Zifnab.
You, ma'am, are no Zifnab.
It's funnier if he says sir.
That is true.
Do I not look like Zifnab?
Oh my gosh. Okay. If you guys can look into it, that'd be much appreciated while you're still staying here.
Only if you stop giving me lip. I'm here to help.
Tell me your name.
Say my name.
As this is happening, as Thavius is standing in the women's bathroom, there's some girls that come in and they just like immediately stop. Back
Who does
pedal.
number 2 work for?
As they see Thavius talking to Zifnab and say, "Tell me your name."
Say my name, bitch.
Okay, never mind.
It's Juniper.
Thank you.
But I am Zifnab. Just so we're clear.
Thavius pauses for a second, eyes closed, and you can see it almost like
Vein
Re-
pulsing in his forehead.
recall happening as you said Juniper. And then all of a sudden he opens his eyes and goes, I get it. You were a daughter of the Platinums. You were trained under Zifnab. I understand that. It's like everything just like clicked. Everything just now is pieced together and understands how you got here, why you're doing the things you're doing, understands how you are titled as Zifnab. Like, all right, I'll stop giving you attitude, Zifnab.
Thank you for understanding. You understand why I couldn't say anything before.
I do. Thank you for telling me your name. Tomorrow, 9 a.m. is your class. You know where you're going.
Cease.
But there's other stuff going on here.
We will figure it out for you.
There's other things going on outside of that I can't be all present for. But please just keep your ears to the ground and pick up on anything that's happening. There's things happening afoot that I don't. I'm not entirely certain. I can't be everywhere all the time, obviously. So
But I can. We got this.
great. Back to the same. As he says great, you see his eyes do the same blank over, and then he starts just gone.
Squiggle vision.
Yep.
Supervision so good.
As you guys, this has led us basically late into the nighttime now. Obviously, so it's a little different in the Arcane Academy. Nighttime doesn't really exist. You're up above the clouds. This is almost always present with some sort of light. Mostly because you get such a direct, clear sight of the sun up here. Reflections off the 3 moons up here. Everything is just very vibrant. So looking outside through all the windows everywhere, it still looks daylight-ish. You can tell that it's changed. It's not quite sun, but at the same time, it's so bright due to the direct light of the reflections off the moons that you can tell that it's getting towards nightfall now. It's later. Unsure exactly what time of day, but you're probably looking at close to 8 or 9 o'clock at night.
Is that the second dark spot? The second dark time? On
second
Tuesday?
of second night's Fall of Tuesday. Yes.
Excellent.
I hate our segment.
Second night full of Tuesday.
Agreed. They would have made this way easier if they just had days.
You have days. Two of them.
That's a problem. But the compass is God, hell, heaven forbid, no.
What's wrong with the compass?
The compass rose.
Oh, the compass rose? That was awful.
It's one direction. It goes that way.
I'm glad you came. Anyways. What is everyone doing? It's 8 o'clock at night.
I tell them I have a plan. We all need need a reason to talk to Thaddeus, and we need to be in different places at the same time when we need to talk to him.
Okay. You guys all come out of the library at roughly-ish close to the same times. And are you just hanging out like by the fountain to kind of meet up with everyone, or what are you doing? Are you sending messages?
No, I would have found him in the library by that point.
You would have. Just so we're clear.
I know, I can't see him.
No, that's fine. Each page is a different part of the library.
Right.
Okay. I would have found them in the library.
And we are traveling to
Are
different
they in here? No. AA. Nope, not in here.
We're on 101.
I'm assuming that there's some sort of like check-in, check-out system in the library.
Paul. Paul's the only thing that documents everything that happens within the Arcane Academy.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go talk to Paul?
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't like talking.
Where are my travel companions?
The face on the left reaches over in front of the person writing and just holds up a 1 on their hand that's accessible. Just 1. Just doesn't talk.
You get one question.
That was my question. Oh, one of them. Where's Josie?
Okay. And then as you say Josie, the tentacle behind them reaches and turns the entire book to a certain spot and just double taps on the page and then keeps scribbling down.
It's that story. Tentacles
Then
everywhere.
I wait there.
You just wait for.
Josie.
Okay.
And that's Bob.
And like I said, you guys leave at similar-ish times. You get one pops out and another, and then.
As I said, there's the possibility for bouncing back and forth that
Yeah, right. That's
we'll
what I
see
mean.
each
is
other in passing.
You'll catch each other sometimes, maybe, but.
That's why, I mean, once I know she's in the library, that's where I'd be. Just chilling.
But you guys can reconvene late into the nightfall. You guys all gather your information on each individual story arc that you're kind of looking at, gathering information on. And I'm guessing you're gonna give them coordinates and
What's the
insight.
original book?
I haven't said anything yet about the room.
Okay.
This would be a fun
With the
surprise.
original book, what was one that had the power core and the part of what we were talking about before is can I access that to connect it to my thing without destroying the book?
You have it in your bag of holding, not in the library per se, because it's going to be a visible scene, and cause. But you would be able to take the book and probably
That's what I was
connect it
trying to
into
figure
there.
out whether or not it's connectable.
Yeah,
And
and
yeah.
you discern that you'd be able to utilize the power core,
Without destroying the book.
but
Without doing
not
any
in the
meaningful
library.
damage. Yeah. Okay, well then, I will be taking that book with me.
As soon as you leave the library with it, it's documented, Paul. You can see like that's something that's written down as like legendary took blah 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 book, whatever. What was that happened to what was that made what was what it was.
What was it that made the what was what they were?
Yeah.
What it was.
What it was.
And James, did you take any books with you?
What it do? What it do?
Why would I take a book with me?
All right, books are dumb, right? Josie, did you take any books?
No, I didn't take any books. But I was making like mental note of the different sections that were like the do not enter sections, the restricted sections of like what each of them were.
Sure. Cool. So you guys all meet up back outside of the library. Paul's obviously documenting who's coming and going, and Zip,
Yeah.
Juniper, there you go.
So, Thaddeus wants us to help him. There's some students that are going missing. You did say they're being found, right? You did say that they're being found back at their homes.
A couple days later.
Yeah. Just making sure.
Quick question.
Mhm.
Is this a conversation we should have in front of all the students?
I think the students know about it.
Fair enough.
Are we in front of students?
There's people.
I mean,
you're in a big hall.
Yeah,
Imagine
okay.
you're at the mall in the food court.
There's no one there. The food court is empty.
I was gonna say, we're at Brookfield Square.
Square.
The restaurant's still there.
Imagine it's the 90s. You're in a mall.
You said the food court has like only 2 or 3 restaurants left. It's what?
There's no zero.
Oh, there's not a single one, is there?
The Auntie Annie's and the pretzels are gone, and not a single, literally zero.
Is the Mad Chicken open at least?
A Mad Chicken is still open.
But that's not really part of the food court. It's outside of it.
How's Taco Bell not still there?
Oh, Taco Bell's been
They're
gone
like
for a
8
long
years.
time.
McDonald's is usually the surprising one to be gone.
Arby's has been gone forever from there.
The
McDonald's.
last good, there hasn't been a good one in there for a long time. But I think the last good one was Arby's.
Yeah.
Arby's has been gone for like 8 years, 10 years maybe. Yeah, it's wild. No, nothing. Not even like the bad like knockoff of Panda.
No, I just assumed that we were still in the library. That's what I assumed.
Okay. I thought we
I
were.
mean, mind you, the library has people in there too.
Yeah, but if we're talking quietly, it's fine.
I mean, it is a library.
So you want to
There's a
meet?
talking section. Let me get you a picture.
You're meeting outside of
Little section?
the library, and then you dive into a page to go to talk.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. Let's pick a page.
The Q section.
No one goes to Q.
Jay's. I think Jay's
It's
are
a
less
real
common
dick. You
than
don't want
Q's
to talk
are.
to Q.
The jackalopes. We go to the jackalope page.
So okay, you find a page and you delve into that page to talk about everything. So
Yeah.
what else do you want to talk about?
Wait, is there a page about secret rooms?
Private section?
I believe there's also the.
Private section's dangerous.
I believe there's
Would be
also
fun.
I believe
I
there's
agree.
also
Private
special
section.
accommodations for us. That is most likely private because it didn't show up until they told us it existed.
Oh, sorry, private.
What
It's
sections
also
was that?
private. Huh?
What sections were that?
That wasn't part of the library. That was part of where they told us we get to stay. When he told you where.
Oh, I told you guys that again on purpose.
Correct. Yeah.
I know you haven't told us that.
Because our fearless leader is helping us by not helping us.
I'm helping. I'm explaining the things that I found.
Except
Except the room, because who knows what else is up there? There could be people up there. He said it's for teachers.
The teachers and guests.
It is. Yep.
So there could be teachers up there.
That's a fair point.
So I think we're going to private room,
Okay.
private area. I think he said.
So you go find the pages that would insinuate private area.
Is there one for Big D?
I don't know. Is there? You guys can make up anything you.
That sounds more dangerous than the
Just so
other
we're
one.
clear,
he wants to go to the private area.
I have given you a plethora of knowledge.
No, but right, but my question is this like Wikipedia where
Sure.
we're like mid-tier now?
Mhm.
People know the Big D. Is there already information on the Big D?
You could go to an area. You find.
So we're Googling ourselves. Got it.
It's functional what's happening.
So you go find the section that would be categorized under the big D, and you go in there and you're looking for books on yourselves.
Yeah.
Right.
Is there anybody in there?
Oh yeah. It's not just the category, and all books are about that category. It's
The letter.
alphabetical.
Okay.
So the big D.
Well, I could explain the system to you, but it's kind of complicated.
There's a whole bunch of squiggly things and magnets.
Go to the section that just has the Charlie Chaplin mustache. Not as many people go there.
There's people in every page that you have only been in a few pages now.
Okay.
There's students in every one of these as you're going in and out of these pages. So you go into a page or a section that's labeled for the big D, and miraculously enough, you find a book about
216.
the Gilded Valley. and the rise and fall of it in the last year. And it looks like it's still being written. There's empty pages at the back, but in there you see mentions of Mahabrak, and you see mentions of Automayor, you see mentions of the Senate, you see mentions of the Shadow Syndicate, you see mentions of the Big D saving the Gilded Valley from where they are. And it looks like it's still being written. So somebody's writing this book currently. But you're in it. You're made mention. It's...
You guys were internet famous.
309. Boo.
I didn't see an email yet.
Mine came in slightly after Steve's, so I'm sure they're coming out in
Time order. So if you don't have them yet, you probably aren't getting a good spot.
2:12.
4 minutes before me.
ding.
Fries are done.
The 309 is way too late.
3:39 Eastern.
Yep, we'll see what our wives got.
Disappointment every night from us.
Yeah. Oh well, that's. I was looking for new information.
So, anything else you guys want to discern from?
Does Tiny Hut Block sound?
This is what?
Tiny Hut Block sound.
It's a good question. I don't know if they've established that actually. It's impervious to someone traveling, moving through it, but I think you can hear from outside.
I think you can hear through it,
Yeah, you can definitely see.
depending on what color you make it. Into it, you can make it opaque enough that you can't, but I don't know about Tiny Hut.
Blacking sound. I don't know if it's explicitly stated. This is your anticlimactic.
Creature and objects within the emanation when you cast a spell can move through it freely. All the creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. Spells level 3 or lower can't be cast through it, and the effects of such spells can't extend into it. The atmosphere inside the emanation is comfortable and dry regardless of the weather outside. Until the spell ends, you can command the interior to have dim light or darkness. The emanation is opaque from the outside and of any color you choose, but it is transparent from the inside. That's it.
Okay, so you can hear. You would say it blocks out sound.
I assume that it was more like a wall where like it's probably dampened,
The wall, y'all.
but not.
I was
Like,
thinking
you
it's
hear
kind
it
of like the
louder.
vision thing. You can hear what's going on outside, but no one can hear outside what's going on inside.
You got a wall.
The same way the vision is. That's where my head goes, but
Pretty
you
good.
know,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't actually.
Proof of concept.
Cone of silence. I cast cone of silence.
To talk?
I was making a Get Smart reference there.
Oh, okay.
Fine. I was gonna have some fun with you guys because I just feel like we haven't had fun lately.
I just had this conversation with Jesse.
We haven't had fun lately.
That you and Justin haven't had fun lately.
But there's a place that we can go sleep, and it's for like guests and teachers, so like we can go do that. I wanted to watch you guys just watch me walk through a wall, but I guess that's no fun.
So you lead them there?
Yeah.
So you guys walk back out of the library, go downstairs, and as you go down, as you go to the two wings of the entry floor, you notice the two doors that weren't there before on site, and you guys can head up to this given storage / guest room that you guys were told, Fabius told you about. When you arrive up there, there are not a ton of extra people here. A lot of the teachers are reborn into the orders, so a lot of them do stay in the actual wings that were presented for each order. So the teachers that stay here are like guest speakers or teachers that are traveling or new, or just straight up guests of people that are here.
I knew it.
So up here, there are not a ton of people staying up here. As you get up here at about 9 o'clock at night now, it looks like there might be 2 individuals sleeping already. It's just it's like a barracks, like it's just cots and cots and cots. They're not just cots though, they're nicer, they're beds. But there's 2 individuals sleeping in some of the beds already. And there's a big wardrobe room off to the left-hand side that's filled with the black garb, black beret.
It's a teleportation to another world.
It's possible.
And yet again, like I said, more beds and everything available for you guys.
That one's a book, Steve. And I guess a movie too.
I'm just a dumbass.
Steve's old house.
Great times. Does anyone wish to discuss anything else tonight? Talk about what they've discovered, talk about any other leads that they might have.
So, in total, how many other people are in the room right now?
2 unconscious.
That you are visible. There's 2 people sleeping.
Quick, sniff the air. See if you can smell anybody else.
Did you learn how to do that yet? Smell magic.
Being around Lacey a lot.
He's not taking the smell
I picked
fruit.
it up.
The newest spell. Smell magic.
Not detect.
Detect.
Smell.
That's what it smells like, oranges.
This elevator only goes to the basement.
Burns like
Something
fire.
like
Oh,
that
that's
down there. I'm so tired, so I'm gonna take off. Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Sleep standing up.
I was gonna say, I think we're just
I'm right there.
we're gonna be just finishing up this little summary of.
Yeah, so, anyways, he wants us to find kids. He wants to understand why
He
they
wants
lost.
kids?
There's
Yeah.
lots of kids here.
He wants to know why these kids are missing.
Well,
Or, like, going missing and then being found later.
showing up and somehow no longer have magic?
Yeah.
Easily find some kids. I got it.
Wait, did he say no magic? I heard that they were no longer registered.
They're
No longer registered,
No longer
and they do not
remember
recall
being
anything
here.
of their
Oh, yeah.
gifted or skilled selves.
So they might still be magical.
Sounds kind of like what happened to the little lass that we killed and then didn't kill.
Who is still dead or dying. We haven't talked to them in a while. We should probably do that. As if now.
That one.
He calls Zifnab here now too.
Oh, realistically, it's been less than.
Same message.
It's been a day.
A day.
Shoot.
It's been now. It's going on to your second day.
And the second day.
End of second day. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's been
2 days.
arguably
From
2.
someone recovering from death.
Yeah, but we don't even know if she even recovered. Like,
I
like,
understand.
like, if somebody hits the death wall, those like first 24 hours are kind of important because it's like, well, did you make it out of death or no?
Agreed.
Yeah. So yeah.
You try sending to. Okay. Call up Zifnab. I just rolled a nat 20. Just saying.
Is there a tall tower around here that we saw?
Up here? No. There
Okay.
is no tell tower. This is like.
We haven't talked about them being in the clouds or not.
That's
so.
true. We haven't.
It
But
did.
Huh?
You did reference it. Stay off the clouds.
No,
I said
you
stay
stay
off
off
the
the
clouds.
clouds. But you didn't say if there was a tall tower up there.
Right.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
haven't determined that. But anyways, that's fine. Sending.
It's a
Hey, Ziffy,
Hey, you guys.
how is our patient doing? And how are you doing? Winky face.
The 2 words?
Yes.
pinky face.
No answer. Your passive perception at this hour, you notice a weird glimmer in the not the corner of the room, but in space nearby. You notice this like weird sheen all of a sudden.
Edgy.
Nope. And then Zifnab appears moments after you noticed it. So it is a sending went message received probably. Can you do an insight check and I can try piecing out what happened? Otherwise I'll just have to let it be as magic.
I said Ziffnab 3 times.
So 17.
Your insight detects that
She's been here the whole time.
Zifnab potentially searched for where Juniper is and then teleported to where she is instead of sending back and forth several times, relaying the message with winky faces and emojis.
I think she's sick of your messages. Just decided to come here herself.
I don't think that's it. Me and Ziffy love each other.
You guys were able to get to the academy. I am so glad. Your friend, Sally, I believe was her name, correct?
Yes, Sally. Yep.
She was taken to.
Her name was Mush after I was done with her.
She was taken to the Steel Wall. They have a high priestess there, trained in some sort of resurrection process using the what was technology that they've gathered and researched how to use it. She is in some sort of rebirth chamber, resurrection chamber.
Does that mean she's getting put into a house?
Of course.
No, she's not at the. No.
It was a joke. It was a joke. Ziffy, calm down.
I get it. I'm sorry. It's been a long 2 days here. We're just trying to make sure that everything's going according to plan for her resurrection. I don't understand what was technology perfectly, but the Steel Wall and the High Priestess, they definitely have done this before. They have a process, they have an art, they have the tools.
But they don't have the money.
I don't know if they need
What
that.
I was thinking like $6 million.
Do they have the technology? Can they rebuild her?
They could
We can make it better.
resurrect her. But you're right. Yes, they could bring her back. I think we're on a good pace to do so. But I'm hopeful. It's just a process I'm not familiar with myself, so I apologize for not being able to give you more information.
That's okay. I appreciate all you've done for her.
Was Bill there?
Hold on.
Is she going to be the million copper woman?
Yes, Million Copper Woman. Bill made his presence known. That is an imposing individual. But he left shortly after arriving, actually. He came for something he was delivering and then left again. So I don't know what's going on, but he was there for a short period of time. There's frantic events happening at the High Council. John Smith's gone missing. They're concerned of what's happening there. No one's heard from him. No one can find him.
Has anybody tried to send him a message?
I've sent him messages. I've used divination to find out where he is. I can't find him. He's gone missing entirely. The only thing that was left on the battle planning table at the High Council was a weird symbol that I've never seen. It looks almost like a rune, but it almost looked like a calling card at the same time.
Could you draw it?
Yes, I can. For all of you not playing at home. Wait.
You're the only one playing at home.
Yes, it's true.
Oh well,
Well,
technically,
Dan.
Dan.
I'll say that.
Say this too. Because I made a wiki for it already.
Does this look like one of the runes that we saw at Sally's house?
Make an insight or history check to recall it.
This is where.
It will tell me if I tell you or not, is all.
This is where having perfect recall from the Iron Kingdom.
Yes.
No, I have perfect recall, so if it happened, I remember. I hate that ability. This is why you
did I
can
not
take
do it?
notes.
Oh, boo. I made the symbol. Trying to see where I put it.
30.
30? You do recall. The runes that you saw at Sally's house do not match up with the rune that I'm trying to find for you.
Does it even look like it's in the same, call it, language? When you think about, like, if you looked at images, you know, call it hieroglyphs versus, like, uniform stuff versus, they don't look like they're the same structure. Okay.
It was left on a piece of parchment on the battle table prior to John Smith going missing.
Have you ever seen that symbol before?
No, you have not. This is an unbeknownst symbol to you.
I was wondering if perhaps, like, what was it, the Shadow Syndicate or something was related to that.
That's bad.
Does not coincide with anything there. But that is what's been going on with the High Council outside of here? Did you guys find the individual you were looking for? You guys said you were coming here to find.
Not yet, but Tavis said that they're around. They saw him today.
That's good to know. Good to know. Any other events that are going on up here? I mean, I would love to get back to Sally and make sure she's all right.
No,
see how
please,
she's
please
recovering.
go ahead. I'm just glad she's okay.
Do you have any other questions for me? What's happening down below? I can keep close tabs on what's happening. Did you mention Shadow Syndicate to Zipnap ever?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know that I would have asked. Like
Well,
my concern of seeing the symbol, my head goes to where else I might have seen something like that.
All right. Well, I will keep you guys posted. Please, good luck up here. Good luck finding your friend. I don't know what else is going on, but I'm sure you guys have answers that can be discerned up here. There's a lot of information that's available. Fabius is an amazingly brilliant wizard. So please get your answers.
Who's older?
Fabius. He's been around. Zipnap's been around since like the Calamity, the last one. Fabius knows about the last Calamity, so some hundreds years prior.
Okay.
But yes, Fabius has got me by a century or two. We don't really get into details once you're that old.
Young whippersnapper.
Do you guys have any other questions for Zipnap presently? James?
Nope.
Okay.
So I'm assuming you haven't talked to Fabius. How did you know everything about me when I said my name?
Fabius has a particular skill set that I'm not entirely sure of where it was developed or where he was trained in it, but having the understanding of recall based on name is a skill that he developed. You give him a name, he can tell you basically anything that's happened to that person ever, as far as my understanding. I don't know how that magic works. I don't understand the arcane arts on the topic, but
Fabius.
you have to have a need.
I do.
It's a lot.
I need to know what my history was.
Seems
Was
like
that
a
your
lot.
ass clapping?
Clang, clang, clang.
You have to twerk to get Fabius to show up.
That's Fabius' speed. Legendary twerking. Will.
Thank you.
That's the name of the strip club. Legendary twerking. I see you kind of focused now.
That's a coin slot.
So if you, am I able to head back to Sally and see how things are going?
Yeah, I'm not keeping you here. I appreciate you could just respond. I would,
It's just a lot of back and forth. Sometimes it's easier to just find where you are and then show up. So,
Can you do that all the time?
yeah, normally, if I can find the person. The fact that I was able to I can't find John Smith, but I was able to find Juniper here, made it relatively easy to travel here. I've been here before. This is easy. So, like I said, I will be going, get some sleep. You guys are in for some events tomorrow, I'm sure. You got your start of the Arcane Academy, but enjoy. There's classes everywhere. Take part. Enjoy the classes. Enjoy the environment. Learn what you can.
I'm actually teaching this time.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the by, she's you now.
She already knew that.
Yeah, I get that. So Fabius thought you were me?
Oh, I mean, yeah. He clearly thought I was you.
No.
He believed that for all,
He didn't believe that for both seconds.
all quarter of a second.
You gave Fabius your name though?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He was giving me some toot, and I figured I could trust him because I know you trust him.
Fabius is a brilliant wizard, so please trust him with anything that you find out.
I absolutely will.
Perfect. I'm going to make my way back down to the steel wall, and I will keep you posted on what happens to Sally, or if I hear anything else about the High Council.
Thank
we'll
you.
go from there.
And give me
I just did that on the mic.
I did that earlier too. I was like, damn it, that's right there. Alright, well, you guys will take a long rest here,
Yeah, we will.
and we will just end it there. And we will go to the next time we have a session. Hopefully Dan can be present for it. Hopefully my internet can be fixed. Hopefully. And we'll go from
If
there.
Dan can't be present, can he at least be past or future?
Sure.
Okay.
See what you did there. School. Pretty sneaky, Dad.
So then the question becomes,